Hello Internet, welcome back to some more MBL content. I'm here again with Mr. Aaron Cybertron Zeng. Hello Aaron.
Hello, hello.
And this is our team builder for our week 8 battle against Team 2D is greater than 3D, which is a name I needed to have explained to me because I'm an old man. But yeah, I don't know. We've just been like reflecting on the Dream Ball game as well, which hopefully you saw. Like I can't believe we had the exact number of HP that we were gonna take recoil from. Like that's just crazy. It just, I said, it just highlights how unlucky our season's been. I suppose just these little rolls that have gone out of our favor. But
yeah, definitely. But it was a fun one, and I think it was one that we can at least look fondly back at, especially because the stakes weren't really as high.
yeah, I mean it was definitely a fun battle, and hopefully this will be a fun one too. But I don't know. I mean, here's the team on the screen. The thing that makes me think we're not going to be able to pull off too many shenanigans unless we really, try and tech for it, is they've got 2 prankster Pokemon, both of them that learn Taunt, and they've got to expect a Drifblim lead because we've led Drifblim, against most opponents, and so they can just go for a prankster Taunt with Tornadus, more than likely Tornadus, or they could lead with Sableye as well, because I think for pretty much every week, I just had a look back at their battles. Almost every week they have led with at least the Sableye or the Tornadus. They do tend to lead with at least one of those pranksters, and then either Kyurem or maybe Gardevoir, maybe, or something else as well. So I was wondering if we could. Well, first, I've had lots of silly thoughts about this. I was wondering maybe we could not go with Psychic Seed on Drifblim, but actually go with a Mental Herb on it, so we get the Unburden after they taunt us. Which sounds stupid, doesn't it? I was thinking maybe we could go with something like a Scarf Tapu Lele with Gravity and Protect on the Drifblim, so that we protect and then Gravity, and then they might not be aware they wouldn't be able to prankster taunt the Drifblim, and then we could have something like Hypnosis on the Drifblim and try and do something with that. But the problem with that is if they just Tailwind themselves turn 1, Drifblim is going to have to take maybe a Hurricane, maybe a Blizzard, maybe 2 attacks potentially, or a Flare Blitz or whatever the next turn to get Hypnosis off. Because they will have the Tailwind up and will probably be faster than our Drifblim. But
Right.
I don't know, just these little silly thoughts I've been having like that. Because what can we do with Drifblim? Because have we got any better leads that we could go with? I mean, you got to imagine they're going to lead with one of those prankster Pokemon, but we can't stop them taunting. We can't stop them hurricaning otherwise.
Right. Yeah, I was still thinking. I mean, the thing with Drifblim Lele is if Tornadus is taunting, then that means they can't Tailwind. So theoretically, we could double up onto it turn 1. And if they taunt us, then that's fine. They don't get their Tailwind up. If they Tailwind and we knock it out, then we could potentially get up a Tailwind the following turn. Although I guess whatever could come in would just outspeed us potentially.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. If they do get the Tailwind up, and we don't, we've got. I mean, it still baffles me how Kyurem White is legal in this league. I mean, come on, it's ridiculous. It's such a bulky Pokemon and such an offensive Pokemon as well.
Yeah, one of the things I was thinking Fight Z Lele could be good. Mainly because Aggron is scary. I would assume that knocks out Kyurem as well. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
So yeah, I was just thinking maybe they want to consider leading Aggron just to put on pressure against Drifblim as well. But I guess then they're at risk of getting burned.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
The Gravity idea is actually kind of cool.
But I mean, the thing is, we've spoken it now, so it's not like I was gonna say maybe we could save it for another week and get someone else by surprise. But I mean, if they're watching, no one watches Eaton, but it's fine. Yeah, we can talk about it. No one will expect it even still. But yeah, maybe this isn't the better week for something like Gravity, or I mean, if I was thinking if we could try and do something like Minimize again with the Lele and the Drifblim, Protect on the Drifblim and switch into Fungus or Raichu with Follow Me, and then go for a Redirection and a Minimize, and that'll get taunted, then Protect and switch into, I don't know, something else with Fake Out, for the top. I don't know if we could, you know, try and cycle through and get some minimizers up. Would that do anything for us? Maybe that's just not really viable in this matchup, just because they have got 2 pranks of taunts potentially.
Right. Yeah, I feel like it'd be tough for them to bring Saboy, honestly, given the threat of Lele, but maybe they still end up going for it.
Yeah, you got to imagine it'll be Tornadoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking of leading Drifloon Lele here. But I'm trying to see if there's any other better option. It's just like Tornado seems like such a safe option for them to lead with.
Yeah, I mean, I'd put a lot of money on them leading Tornadoes.
Right.
But I mean, maybe surely they lead something that threatens the Drifblim as well. So it's got to be either the Kirim or maybe the Arcanine.
Right.
Like the physical attackers are gonna get worried about being burnt. So. Like surely it's either a Kirim Tornadus or Arcanine Tornadus lead. That's kind of what I'm expecting.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm not sure if they will go Trick Room. I don't think they need to. Like how they've played their games, like they've played them very, very straightforward, but they've got very good Pokemon to back up their very straightforward play, I think. So, we just need to maneuver our way around them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think right now. Yeah, the main threat is if they set up Tailwind and we don't, it feels like we can kind of just get blown through.
Yeah, so I feel like we would have to like Tailwind if we weren't going to go with any Gravity shenanigans like that. We'd have to go for a Tailwind turn 1, and if they taunt us, then okay, for the first turn we're both neutral speeds, but Tornadus is surely going to have a Sash. Because then, like, you know, Zed, Lele with Moonblast or Psychic wouldn't be able to knock it out through the Sash. So it's, I don't know, it's tricky, this, isn't it? Like, if we weren't scared of anything else, we could just go for, like, a Raichu Galele lead or whatever and just feint, double edge it, and get rid of it. But, I don't know. Because, like, I mean, they've used Hurricane on this Tornadus, like, every week, I think, as well. Like, and I don't think they haven't been using Gravity themselves, so they've just literally been hitting all of their Hurricanes. So if we went with Gravity, we'd be letting them hit all their moves as well, I suppose.
Yeah. I think one of the weeks they literally just used Blizzard without like Hail.
Yeah, they did.
And I was like, oh, okay, I guess that works.
Yeah, like as VGC players, it's funny, isn't it? Like we'd never do that as VGC because like we need consistency in tournaments. But I mean, you know, it works for stuff like this, I guess.
Yeah, they were kind of just YOLOing it.
Yeah, that was against Drinking Birds, actually, wasn't it? I mean, they've beaten Dream Ball, they've beaten Drinking Birds, they've beaten Lee and Alex, so like they have beaten VGC players in this league.
Yeah, I mean, this time around with this league, it feels like it's anyone's game, honestly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any good way around Tornadus that we have, and still feels like Drifloon might be our best option. Like thinking of Raichu right now, but I don't know how much that could really help us.
Yeah, I mean, if we let maybe like an Assault Vest Raichu with Nuzzle.
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah,
actually.
that sounds interesting, doesn't it? Because then we're neutralizing things, and at least then the only threat there is actually the Arcanine.
Right.
Yeah, that's a and the Zygarde, I guess. Which I've heard. There's always one Pokemon that I just completely overlook, and then they bring, and like Abomasnow last week, and yeah, that'll be Zygarde this week. Just completely forgetting about Zygarde, because it is faster than Raichu actually. So, yeah, maybe you know, if they expect a Raichu lead, I mean, I can see them definitely bringing Zygarde, if not for a lead, bringing it somewhere in the game.
If we wanted to go Raichu, who do we want to pair it up with?
Something that I wonder if Ice Shard gets Zygarde. Actually, that's an interesting calculation. So clearly, because Zygarde is pretty frail. Zygarde 10%. Ice Shard doesn't quite get it.
Really? Wow, I thought it would.
No, Adamant. If it's Adamant, oh, this is that's a the calculator put in a bulky Zygarde 10% for me for some reason. So yeah, okay. So if we're jolly and they have no investment, then an Ice Shard does actually one-shot Zygarde 10%.
Yeah, Raichu Glalie could be interesting.
Yeah, that could do something. Yeah, but then we'd be worried about the Arcanine. That's the only issue there.
Right.
So, Raichu. What could Raichu and Glalie do to an Arcanine? Not much, really.
If they let Tornadus and Arcanine, then what's our best lead against that?
Like Raichu and maybe, well, the Nidoqueen, I suppose, or a Z Psychic Lele.
Yeah, I was thinking Z-Lele as well.
I mean, Lele and Arcanine are interactions that we had so many times in 17, yet at level 100, I'm not sure if Shattered Psyche would get it.
I'd be surprised if it did, but who knows?
Right. Yeah, I mean, if it's, it should get it. Yeah. It should. I'm looking at the calculation now, like, it definitely gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Nidoqueen would be the best answer there, like a Scarf Nidoqueen.
But even then, like an Earth Power probably doesn't get Arcanine.
Yeah.
Without the Life Orb. And Earth Power. Oh, it's close actually. It depends how much investment they've got. If it's no bulk Arcanine at all, just a modest Earth Power with no Life Orb does minimum 109%.
Oh wow.
That's absolute no bulk Arcanine though.
Right.
That's quite impressive actually.
I'm thinking like Raichu Nidoqueen, but the issue there is just like they would still get Tailwind up even with Nuzzle support.
Yes.
But I guess potentially fake out Tornadus, Earth Power, Arcanine, turn 1, and if they... And this is assuming they leave that, but I guess if they let Tornadus and Zygarde, we'd also have the Ice Beam pressure, but then we'd have to worry about Scarf Zygarde potentially.
Yeah, and Tornadus and Kyurem is the other main worry. Like, I think it's going to be either Tornadus Kyurem or Tornadus Arcanine. Like, that's my guess. So we do want to make sure we can... I mean, I don't really think we've got anything that can one-shot Kyurem. It's such a bulky Pokemon. Aside from, like, a Z Fairy or Z Fighting from Lele.
I wonder if Z Fighting from Raichu gets it.
That's an interesting question. I would guess not, but, I mean, we can do the calculation, can't we? Focus block. No, it doesn't.
Oh, it falls just short.
Yeah.
That's on no bulk, too. That's kind of sad. Kyurem is so bulky, jeez.
It is, yeah. Yeah. And it's what, like 170 base special attack as well?
Yeah, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, 125 base HP. The people that vote for the tiers in this league, like, how is that allowed? And like stuff like Zygarde and not Zygarde, Zekrom and like Reshiram and whatever else that are not as used in VGC are not allowed.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Oh well.
They definitely, I don't know, the tiers seem a little bit lopsided this time around, but
Oh, well.
It's kind of funny once again because like all the stuff that we drafted last year that were B tier got bumped up to A tier, and it's like I'm not sure half of them are honestly A tier worthy. It's just they're good support, but I don't know. But back to the drawing board. I mean,
well, here's one for you then.
Okay.
Jolly Explosion from Glalie gets a no bulk Kyurem most of the time.
Oh wow. Okay.
So like if we went with a Helping Hand, I wonder how much a Helping Hand Explosion does to Arcanine, because they would surely be like intimidating us as well. So neutral. Okay, so a neutral explosion on Arcanine will do just under half. With a helping hand. You know, a decent
I was thinking maybe we want to go feint on Raichu. Like if we lead Raichu against Tornadus, they must be scared of just a attack or a double up into it. So if we let like Raichu and Glalie and just fainted and then either exploded or just went for a double edge.
Yeah.
And then if we get rid of Tornadus, then we can get our speed control with Drifloon and Lele in the back potentially.
Maybe, yeah.
But it's just pretty hard to set up Drifloon if you're not leading it.
I mean, okay, so if they do get Tailwind up, what have they actually got to threaten us? Like, does the Kyurem, I guess Gardevoir hits quite hard, Arcanine.
Yeah, Gardevoir could even take advantage of our terrain. Arcanine Fire does a lot to most things. Blastoise potentially could even have Water Spout. Zygarde.
I imagine the Zygarde will be banded.
Yeah.
Just because it only ever wants to click 1,000 arrows, aside from maybe Extreme Speed. But we've got a Lele, they're probably not going to, they're just going to want to be clicking 1,000 arrows.
Yeah. Is there anything cool we could do with Hitmonlee? I feel like not really, given their team, but...
Yeah, I don't think it gets taunt, does it?
Check, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Nah, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's just so weak to so many things.
It is. Okay, well, we're 16 minutes in, and we're no closer to picking that team.
Okay, if we do lead Drifloon Lele... I mean, I'm leading between Drifloon Lele or like Raichu and Glalie.
Yeah. So if we let Drifloon Lele, then let's go through a scenario. They lead, let's say, Kyurem and Tornadus. What would we do? What would they do? I guess we would try and Tailwind. They could match Tailwinds. They could just taunt us, but that gives Lele a free attack to do something. So maybe I wonder if a Shattered Psyche gets Kyurem. I doubt it does, but I'm just thinking that would cover the Kyurem and the Arcanine. But
yeah,
I think it's bulky enough to take it. Because, I mean, you got to imagine their Kyurem is probably going to have, like, an Iron Head, or, like, Z Iron Head, Z Flash Cannon, something like that on it as well, just to cheese us.
Can it knock us out without the Z move with the Steel-type attack? I wouldn't think so, but...
No, it doesn't. And actually, if they haven't got any bulk, the Shattered Psyche in terrain does get Kyurem White.
What's the roll? Is it guaranteed, like, how much?
If they're no bulk, it's 109 to 128.
Huh. Which
surprises me. Like, I've not accidentally got a helping hand on, have I? No. No. Yeah, so that's a lot of damage. Yeah, 109 to 128. Okay. Because then, if we're not scarfing it, we'd have to go
Icy Wind on Drifloon. Could negate the Tornadus a little bit. Like, I'm thinking now Z Lele with Psychic and Drifloon still as the lead. And in that scenario, if they lead Kyurem, Tornadus, I mean, we have a bunch of options. We could potentially go for the Tailwind, but if we expect a taunt, we could even go for something like an Icy Wind immediately. Slow them down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I would expect them to taunt us.
Yeah, I would too. But they might think, oh, we'll just Tailwind first just because we can do it. I don't know.
Right.
No, you'd expect them to taunt, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so. But I think I still like leading Drifloon Lele. I don't feel like anything else really gives us very safe options from turn one.
Yeah, I think I'm happy leading with those still. I mean, it is predictable, but I think it's solid enough against them. With Z Psychic, because Z Psychic with Lele, one shots, unless it's Assault Vest, Kyurem. And if it is, it can't one-shot our Lele back, I wouldn't imagine. Shattered Psyche gets Arcanine as well. And at least we've got Drifloon to try and match Tailwinds. But I guess the problem is, if we try and Tailwind and they do taunt us, they'd get Tailwind the next turn. Maybe we'd be able to knock one of the Pokemon out, but we'd have to jiggle around trying to play defensive on their tailwind. And I find playing defensive in this MBL is pretty tough because you've only got two things to switch in on, and they can't swap over sides.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, what about Mental Herb on Drifblim? I mean, they would see that there was no Psychic Seed activating, so they might, get. I mean, they might not notice, but I mean, they might suspect something if they don't see a Psychic Seed activate. But that would basically mean that we are banking on them taunting us.
Right.
And if they went for their own tailwind and maybe just went for like an ice beam, then without the special defense boost, we wouldn't survive that.
Right. Yeah, I like the mental herb idea is kind of cool, but I might be better just to go with Psychic Seed here still for insurance.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking who else we'd want to bring into this. I was thinking definitely Metagross.
Yeah, Metagross is good here. We need something else to cover the Arcanine as well, I think.
Yeah, so, which is why I was thinking Nidoqueen or Sharpedo.
Either one of these two. So one of these two.
I think Scarf Nido could be pretty good in this match too.
Yeah, I mean Nidoqueen was pretty good for us last season as well. I mean, it's a good Pokemon.
Yeah, it just hits really hard and has good type coverage. I really don't like Fungus here with so many taunters, a potential. Arcanine, like so many things that can one-shot it as well. So probably count that one out. Yeah, I don't like Hitmonlee either. Between these, I'm leaning towards. I mean, Volk is interesting. Like Fire does a lot, but like it's just so easy to die.
I mean, it resists Hyper Voice at least.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, like, my first impressions on this was that actually Volcarona would be pretty good, but that was really only to take care of the Aggron, I guess. Like, if we did take the Nidoqueen here and we lost the Nidoqueen, we would not be able to touch Aggron at all. And
that's a good point, actually, yeah.
I think they will bring the Aggron.
Yeah.
There's a good chance. So maybe we do need both of these two.
I think so. I mean, I could see us dropping Sharpedo for something like Raichu here. But Glalie is also not bad. Especially if we could actually get like an explosion off. It could just KO two things.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Does Glalie have any way to really threaten Arcanine? I don't think so, right?
No, it gets Earthquake, but then we're hitting ourselves as well.
Yeah. It's not really that great.
Yeah, I mean, it gets, Earthquake. Yeah, that's about it, really. Bulldoze, which does even less. Gets Weather Ball.
He gets what?
Weather Ball. But I don't think we want to play around with rain dances or anything. There's no point in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, does he get sheer? Yeah, it does get sheer cold, doesn't it?
That would be the cheese to end all cheese.
I'll gladly get Sing. Like, just I shouldn't say this out loud, should I? But like in the future, we could have like Gravity Sing.
Right. Because right now I'm leaning towards like Scarf, Nido, Psychic Z-Lele, regular Drifblim, potentially with Icy Wind. What kind of Volk set would we want?
Ooh, well, if it depends which side we go on, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if we want Z, it'll have to be this side. And neither of these are going to want Z, so maybe we do. I mean, Z is the fallback kind of item for Volcarona. But would you want anything else? Would we like the? It's either Quiver Dance or Rage Powder and Tailwind. Really, the options, aren't they?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think maybe we do need it on the opposite side to need the Queen as well, just so we've got a threat either side for the Aggron.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could go with. I mean, does it get anything that hits Kieran for super effective damage? I don't think it does.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but can double check.
Yeah. I mean, fire is neutral, obviously, but no, I'm not thinking so. Aside from hidden powers. I wonder how much a Z overheat maybe, or Z heatwave would do to Kiram.
That's what I was curious about that too.
So Z bug buzz and Z heatwave from 252 max modest Volcrona does a maximum of 97 to no bulk, so doesn't quite get it.
Wow, jeez. Huh. Okay.
Z overheat is a 50% roll on no bulk Kiram as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think the other thing that could be scary is that Magmar.
Yeah, yeah, they have got two forms of redirection here.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, we completely forgot about the other Blastoise that we played in this league.
Yeah, I'm seeing if there's like a more solid game plan we can really come up with, but trying to run through the worst case scenario. I guess worst case scenario is if we lead Drift Lele, they lead Tornadus, turn 1 they taunt us while we go for an attack so we don't break a potential sash. Yeah, the thing is Lele can't put on a lot of pressure against whatever is next to the Tornadus.
Yeah, I mean
Especially
Zed
with the
Psychic gets
Psychic
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than, I guess, Aggron.
Yeah, yeah. And Gardevoir wouldn't take too much, but we'd have Moonblast.
Yeah, Moonblast
and Shadow Ball potentially.
Is there anything else Drifloon can really do? I guess if it's taunted, not really.
No.
Just thinking if there's any way we could avoid getting taunted, but I guess there's no like redirection or anything like that. Otherwise, the only option would be like protecting Drifloon and taunting their Tornadus to stop a taunt onto us, but that's so dependent on them.
Yeah, because they could just Tailwind there. Yeah.
Although I feel like if you're them, you would imagine it's safer just to go for a taunt turn 1 on a Drifloon.
Yeah, you would. Like, unless they just forget that, like, yeah, they see Psychic Terrain and just assume they can't Prankster or anything, but, like, they should know that they can still taunt us.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, could have an Iron Ball Drifloon, like, so we'd be grounded from the start, but then we're not fast, and, yeah, that's not a good idea.
Thinking, I mean, we could, like, if we run Icy Wind Drifloon, right? Like, just Icy Wind and Psychic turn 1 to knock the Tornadus out and take the taunt.
Yeah, that could work.
And then we'd still have speed control with Drifloon just spamming Icy Wind, and they wouldn't have Tailwind up.
But I think that Kira might have a Z Steel on it, and they would just do that into Lele and knock us out.
Yeah. Well, if we Icy Winded and Z moved, then Tornadus Sash would be broken. We'd have taunted. Could potentially knock out the Kyurem right from the get-go. And then they'd have to switch something in, and that Pokemon wouldn't get that extra turn of Tailwind quite yet.
And then it's the, do they protect and Tailwind, or do they just attack Mind Game as well, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, I can't see any, because they have got these Prankster taunts, I can't see any, fun shenanigan ways that we can approach this game. So I think I'm happy with the 5 that we've got in place here. I think it's just like I thought Sharpedo done here, but I think the last one is between these 3. Sharpedo could do something, because otherwise we haven't really got anything that can hit the Magmar or the Arcanine too hard outside of the Nidoqueen.
Right.
And, a Z move from Lele.
Yeah, I mean, if we're outside of Tailwind, Sharpedo can really blow through them.
Yeah. Yeah, Sharpedo does look pretty good.
I wonder how much... Actually, no, it'd be hitting neutral anyway. I think I like the idea of Sharpedo a little bit more because at least we, like, even if they set up Tailwind, we potentially can get speed boosts going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially, I don't know, I think Icy Wind Drifloon could be good here in this one.
Yeah, I can see that.
Raichu I'm not a big fan of, I feel like if we're not leading it. And then Glalie just gets one-shot by, like, so many things on their team.
Yeah.
So I would be okay going with Sharpedo as the last one.
Okay. Does that look like a good 6 Pokemon to take into this battle then?
Let's see. I guess the Zygarde could get a little bit scary then, but if we have Ice Fang on Sharpedo, I mean, it gets one shot by the entire left side of our team.
Like it's tough to, like I don't think they'll bring these two, but yeah, like I think they'll have at least one redirector.
Yeah,
and they'd have picked Arcanine for maybe especially for us. They picked it, you know, to start this week. This is the first time they're using it, so I can see them bringing it. Do you think they bring the Gardevoir? Because we have got a lot of things that do hit it.
Maybe not. I feel like Aggron actually would be a better pick for them.
Maybe.
Zygarde as well, I would imagine.
Yeah, so like maybe that's what they go with, that sort of thing.
I could see that, yeah.
Does that look like a match we can win?
The Swampert actually could be kind of annoying too if we don't have like a grass type attack potentially.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So then the question is, what do we do with Volcarona? Do we go with Quiver Dance and Z move with Giga Drain? Because that would, you know, do decent damage on the Blastoise.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Maybe decent damage.
It's not like we need Bug Buzz anyway.
Yeah, decent damage to the Zygarde as well.
Yeah.
This has been one of the tricky team builders.
Yeah, it's one of those where they have a pretty straightforward like Tailwind and just kind of sweep through, and that's pretty much been their strategy. And I feel like it's kind of the strat we wanted, but they've been executing a little bit better because they've got better offensive users with spread type attacks.
Yeah, they've got the prankster as well to get it out for us here.
Yeah, Tornadus is definitely something I'd be interested in looking towards for next league.
Yeah, something like that.
I wish I want to look over the draft order again because it feels like our options were just so limited.
Yeah, well, we were like second to last.
Yeah.
So we were like last to pick, and then there was a couple of teams after us that got to like double pick basically before we got a pick again.
Right.
So we were probably like worst kind of position, but you know, teams in the past have made the playoffs from this position, so we can't, you know, no excuses there. But all right then. So Z Psychic Lele, Icy Wind, Shadow Ball, Tailwind, Drifblim, Scarf Nidoqueen.
I think so. Yeah.
What if they do lead with Tornadus and Kyurem and it's a Scarf Kyurem? Then do they?
Well, Scarf Kyurem wouldn't be one-shotting us, right? So like we would just probably Z move into Kyurem to knock it out.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be knocking out either of our guys. I'm just worried they go for the 50-50 and win the speed tie.
Well, yeah. That would be typical, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a lead like this is why like Assault Vest Raichu would be pretty decent, but then there's the fear of Arcanine and I don't think they'd lead with Zygarde, but like a physical attacker that can just one-shot Raichu.
Yeah.
Because we could go like, you know, Electro Web, you know, with Assault Vest maybe, or I mean Nuzzle as well.
I don't know if there's too much more I can really think of. I feel like this is one where we just have to try to outplay them a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too. What kind of Metagross do we want, then? Because I suppose we could have a Z on that or on the Volcarona.
Right.
We could have Assault Vest on the Metagross. Maybe Weakness Policy. Like, I feel like the oh, actually, I mean, I was thinking about this match when I still thought they had Naganadel over Arcanine. I was thinking they had limited ways to touch our Metagross, but they have got Arcanine now, so I was thinking maybe they'd have Dark Pulse on the Tornadus. I think they had Z Dark Pulse last week or the week before on Tornadus.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Which got something.
Can Tornadus with a Z move one-shot Waylay? Like, does it get anything like in Cheezas?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually. It might do. Yeah, it was Drinking Birds, Metagross. They had Z Dark for it.
Doesn't look like they have anything. Oh, they get Sludge Wave and Sludge Bomb.
Yeah.
So Z Poison. I wonder if they'd actually run that.
And Z Hurricane is a roll, but we could probably put some bulk into it to take it a bit better.
If they really gambled with Z Poison, then I mean that's just a Protect Tailwind turn 1 play, but
yeah,
doesn't seem like there's a guaranteed save turn 1 play.
Yeah, like if we know what moves they were going to make, then we could win. But
right.
But, like maybe we can ask them, ask what they're gonna do. Yeah. Okay. So what sort of Metagross do we want then? What item on the Metagross?
Yeah, I really don't know.
Could Scarf it.
Well, we have Scarf on Nidoqueen already, right?
Oh yeah, of course we do, yeah.
I wish we could have like 3 Scarves. Yeah, what's even viable? Like Berry, Life Orb, potentially Z move.
Yeah, Weakness
Assault
Policy.
Vest.
Assault Vest, yeah.
Maybe a bulky Berry. But that doesn't really help its offensive output.
No, I mean, depends what we'd want it to do. I mean, something like a Life Orb, maybe an Expert Belt would probably one-shot Kyurem there, but I don't know, like the Arcanine is going to be the main problem, I think.
Yeah.
As far as the Metagross is concerned, obviously.
We could band it and just explode.
Yeah, we could.
Like if they end up bringing those 6, or actually really the only thing that really resists explosion is the Aggron. So if we could like train it to survive a Flare Blitz from Arcanine and just explode.
You know what? I wonder how much explosion does to Kyurem. A Choice Banded explosion. Let's have a look. Explosion. Adamant. Band. An Adamant Banded explosion has got a 75% chance to one-shot a non-bulk Kyurem. So maybe could we lead with something like a Sash Hitmonlee or Sash Raichu with Helping Hand and Helping Hand explode turn 1?
I mean, there are just so many things that could go wrong there if they just protected, or Tornadus could have Sash.
Or Feint explode the Tornadus?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then they could just maybe potentially set up Tailwind and then get 2 free switch-ins.
Yeah, maybe. But it would be fun at least.
Yeah, I'm not counting it out, honestly.
And I feel like we'd be obliged to run Lely with Explosion as well.
Yeah, let's see. If we Feint exploded, we would trade. Oh, I guess then. Yeah, I mean, they probably wouldn't. They would protect, right? So they wouldn't get their Tailwind up.
If they did protect.
Yeah, I mean, then it would come to those kind of mind games. But you would imagine they'd want to. The only downside is if they lead Arcanine, Tornadus.
Yeah.
And they have a Z move on the Arcanine or Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, that is the worry.
But then alternatively, we could like fake out the Arcanine and double up into it. Maybe they go for a double protect. It's one of those where it's like, if we saw the lead, then it could be a lot easier. But
I mean, Metagross looks okay here, doesn't it? Like,
it does, yeah.
maybe we could go. No, we couldn't. I was gonna say like Scarf near the Queen and Metagross. We don't want to be exploding because we can't protect on that.
Yeah.
I wonder what a -1 liquidation from Sharpedo does to Arcanine. Yeah, not enough. 64 to 75 at -1.
I'm not counting Raichu Metagross out at this point, but my brain is also slightly fried.
Yeah, it feels like we just sort of going around in circles, don't
Yeah. Because I could really see Arcanine Tornadus as a lead too.
Yeah, that is the other possibility. Right, yeah, something like that.
Could be like a double Z move right from the start too, which could be terrifying.
Yeah, maybe leading with something slow like Metagross isn't the way to go.
Yeah.
But
I'm just worried they run Poison Z move on Tornadus.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the thing about Lele. Like, if you don't run the Z move, you don't do enough damage. If you run the Z move, then you're in threat of getting Z moved by all these faster things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just... Lele has not been great for us.
No, it hasn't.
I miss Jirachi.
I miss Jirachi as well.
Such a fun versatile Pokemon. But if anything, I think at least this year taught us a little bit about the draft.
Oh, definitely, yeah. We've learned so much about MBL doing so badly this year.
Yeah. It's been a process.
Yeah. But, I mean, if we scarfed it, just to ensure we are faster than Tornadus, then we're not really getting the one-shot on anything, are we, there?
Yeah. I think it's better to Z-move it.
I think so, too. I don't think they would have Z Poison on the Tornadus, but it is a possibility, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one where it just seems like it makes the mind games a lot easier for them, turn one.
Yeah. But, okay, so if they did that and we Tailwinded, then they could just get Tailwind next turn, couldn't they? That's the glory of having Prankster.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, so the question is there a better lead that we can come up with, like covers Tornadus plus one of Aggron, Kyurem, Arcanine? I mean, maybe Explosion. It's just then I'd be worried about Z-Fire Arcanine.
Yeah, I think that is a legitimate concern. But then we could... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not.
I really would like to do some Explosion shenanigans if possible.
Yeah, I'm feeling Explosion... Explodey too. but like... okay, alright, so let's go through a scenario then. So let's say we lead Raichu and Metagross, and they lead with Tornadus Arcanine. What would we do? Like, maybe we'd have to switch the Metagross into something, but then nothing's gonna want to take a Z-Fire, is it?
I feel like in that position, their best move is just to protect Tornadus and Z-Fire Metagross.
Yeah.
I mean, we could fake out... I wonder if Band Stomping Tantrum gets Arcanine.
But even still, that'd be faster. And
we'd be faking it out, right? So,
well, they might have Protect on it as well.
Right, yeah. So then it's just a Protect, fake out mind game, and we'd have to call it perfectly to even get any mileage.
Banded Stomping Tantrum does get No Bulk Arcanine. But that's No Bulk Arcanine.
Yeah. I really do see them leading Arcanine, especially because they got it for this week.
Yeah, there's definitely a big chance. But then surely the late Driftlum's okay?
I think we might just have to go for it, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it then.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. We're at that point now where it's like, yeah, can't think of anything better, let's just do it. Let's
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like how most of the week's went. Like the team builder with against Dreamball, like that was exciting. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do something with this, something different. But
this time it's like, oh, we've got nothing.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to try and like it feels like a matchup like this. We've got to try and play better than them, but they've got the better Pokemon, so it's such an even potential, or even unfair advantage they've got. Perhaps it's just because of our draft, but
yeah.
We've been through it plenty of other times. So right, we'll go with these 6 then. We've rambled on for however long. It's almost half past here now as well. So let's get going then. Let's do the battle, and you will see it, lovely people watching this, if you are still watching this after 3/4 of an hour of nonsense. It will be on Cybertron's channel tomorrow. So keep your fingers crossed for us, and we'll see you then. So goodbye from both of us.
Bye-bye.